So I'm going to take full advantage of this beautiful lighthouse behind me to tell you a little bit of a story. So one of my friends actually shared with us that she's been struggling to sell one of her properties and was just not getting much progress on that front until finally, a day came, she got the call, somebody was going to buy, offer was put, and she was like, hallelujah. No sooner had she received that good news, another phone call came in, and a different area of her life was not experiencing as much victory as she would have liked. It reminded me of a time when I was in a similar place, and I think if you're alive, you can definitely relate to this, right? Sometimes we find that one area of our life is thriving and the other one leaves much to be desired. Maybe you've got a job and you're happy that there's income coming in, but your health, you're really just struggling in that department. Or you've got a great relationship, you're in love with your partner, your husband, and everything is going well, but the finances are just not financing. It happens in life. It reminded me of one of the parables that Jesus shared about how a sower went out and sowed good seed, sowed beautiful wheat, and while the laborers slept, then the enemy came and sowed tares. Tares is another word for weeds. And when they woke up, they came to the landowner and they said, dude, we don't know what happened. We went to bed, we had sown wheat, everything was going well, but when we woke up, there's now weeds alongside the wheat. What do? There's the good, that's the wheat, but alongside the good, there's not so good. That's the tares or the weeds. What should we do? They asked the owner, should we go in there and try and uproot these weeds so that, we can do away with them? And the landowner said, no. Don't focus, don't obsess on the things that are not going right. Don't overemphasize the things that are problematic in your life, because you will start to then focus too much on those distractions and not enough on the harvest, which is the wheat. And he said, in the fullness of time, a little bit later, I will make sure that the two are separated. But for now, let the two grow together. Hey, that really ministered to me. Now, it's not negligence. It doesn't mean ignore the fact that there are weeds there. It doesn't mean ignore the health issues or ignore the finances. No. Pray about those things. It's important. Fast if you're fasting, seek counsel, do all the right things. If it's mental health you're struggling with, go and speak to somebody, see a therapist, do everything that you need to do, but don't obsess over it, because then you will not be able to see the blessings in your life, the good things, the weeds. In your attempt to uproot the weeds, you will then take away from the good wheat. So I just thought to myself, that's absolutely amazing, because sometimes when we do have this dichotomy in our lives, we also look to blame. Who can we blame for why we're in this situation? We see the laborers started saying, who did this? I'm sure they looked at each other and they said, yeah, we're not Temba, we know you're not so good with the fertilizer, maybe it's your fault, but the enemy is the one who did this, and our only enemy is, of course, Satan the deceiver. So whatever the situation, don't say, my finances are not financing because this husband that God gave me, or my health is waning because my mother didn't give me enough nurturing as a child. Don't look to apportion blame. Don't look to apportion responsibility. Know that this is the situation that you're in. You have this dichotomy. Focus on the good that God has given you. Focus on the wheat. Focus on making sure that your harvest grow. Don't be distracted by what's not going well right now, the weeds or the tares, because too much emphasis and too much focus on that will distract you from the many, many blessings that you have in your life. And in the fullness of time, God will make sure that everything is resolved. God will make sure that the not so good aspects of your life come together. And those, Lord, that are doing so well will continue to grow. If you continue a cheerful disposition, a place of worship, counting your blessings, knowing that the wheat still stands. I hope this really helps you. For me, it helped me to turn my attention away from the things that are not going so well. Pray about them, but don't obsess over them, and rather look at the wonderful things that God did for me. That place of worship, that place of gratitude is what helped even the weeds to self-correct. So I hope this really helps you. God bless you.